this was Chelsea's worst performance by far under Thomas Tuchel. What is up, Blues? Welcome back to my channel, and hopefully you guys are doing well. And yeah, guys, we were not able to get 3 points against Southampton, and as quite a lot of people predicted on football Twitter, we are basically we just give away points to the people that are on a bad run of form and they need points. And yeah, today just was not a good performance. I think overall, if we did not get that penalty, who knows what would have happened. Probably a loss. We just did not create enough chances. Probably the first 15-20 minutes we created a couple like half chances, but overall it was just not a good day. I was expecting Southampton to play 4-4-2, but they tactically changed their formation, and they were playing defensive, and they just let us have the ball. And this game reminded me of like one of those Mauricio Sarri performances, that we had a lot of ball, but we just didn't create enough chances, and they just had like one chance and they took it, and boom, they're 1-0 ahead. And I think, yeah, overall, this kind of the tactics that these teams they're slowly figuring us out. Low block, keep it tight, and just don't do anything and hope for a mistake. I think a lot of teams are slowly figuring that out. And next game we got Atletico Madrid, and wow, they're gonna be they're like the best team in that defensive shape and counter attack. So we gotta be careful of that. And overall, I think who knows what's gonna happen in that game. I mean, in this game, tactically we just didn't know how to break down the Southampton team. Tuchel tried a couple changes, but it just didn't work. Southampton overall, I felt like even though they didn't have the ball, they were in control of the game, and they were very solid at the back. I thought Hassan O'Toole is going to be a pressing team in this game, but they usually press, but in this game they were like very low block. So I'm expecting probably from now on more and more teams are gonna play with a deeper block, and it's just gonna make us harder to break them down. And overall, I think maybe in the near future, who knows, maybe even against Atletico Madrid, we might switch to a 4-3-3 or just a 4 at the back formation, because that extra man in the attack is very necessary to break these low block teams. And yeah, I think our attacking players have not been up to it. And yeah, now that we're done with this overall like game talk, let's just go to the players and player ratings. Yeah, so for the goalkeeper and Edward Mendy, he had a decent performance. He was okay. And I think the goal they conceded, maybe he could have done better. He kind of rushed, and Minamino tricked him. And I think that's why I'm just gonna give him a B-. Rudiger and SP, I'm just gonna give them B- too. I mean, I think they were okay too. They didn't, but I think they could have done a little bit better on the goal scenario. Maybe they could have made our defense a little bit narrow, and they didn't really pick up on Zuma's mistake that we're gonna talk about. Zuma, he was by far our worst defender, maybe next to Marcos Alonso. And yeah, I think in that goal scenario, I don't know what he was doing. He was just in no man's land, and a simple through ball just cut our defense open, and Southampton were able to easily score. And yeah, it was just not a good scene. I think maybe Christensen could have done better in that scenario. I think he's a better game reader, and he knows in that scenario what to do. I think he's like a perfect 3-4-3 center back, the middle center back sweeper. And yeah, I think Zuma just did not have a good performance today. On to Alonso. Again, Alonso was one of the worst players today. His runs were awful. And besides that, the first run in the first half, the Reece James cross that he kind of bottled the shot. Overall, he just had a bad performance, and I think his lack of pace is quite a big downside of his game, and he just could not stretch the defense of Southampton. We are constantly getting we had like a very, I guess, on-threatening shape, and he just did not try to open up Southampton's defense. Same with Reece James, his just runs were not that good. And I feel like the right winger position that just doesn't suit him. I feel like he plays better in a deeper position, and overall he can influence the game in the deeper position. And this right wing position, I feel like, I don't know, this team is like, some players are good at 3-4-3. Some players are good at like in a back four system, and it's just not good. I feel like this summer we need to buy players that either are good on both, like both systems, or just good at very good on one system, so we can actually play with one system. I think these constant switches between 3-4-3, 4-3-3. I mean, I think the players are just not suited to, like, some of them are suited to like the back four, and the others are not. So I feel like we have to build a squad based on the foundation of the game we want to play, the formation we want to play. And overall, yeah, I think Reece James wasn't that good. I think he was still better than Marcus Alonso, but yeah, I think he wasn't his best game. Onto the midfield, Conte and Kovacic. Conte defensively, he had a sublime game. I think he had like 7 or 8 tackles and a couple interceptions. That's just the regular Conte numbers. But again, I think on the ball he was today a little bit not his best. I think he usually, is very effective on the ball. Keeps the ball moving. But today I think he wasn't in his his best game on the ball. And Kovacic, he tried to make some things happen. I think him, Conte, and I'm gonna get into the man of the match later. They were, Conte and Kovacic, they were decent today. I think they were like one of the better players. They could have been better, but again, they did their best. I think Kovacic's dribbles were like very key, and he created a couple, decent, moments. But overall, I think, yeah, Conte and Kovacic were decent in this game. On to Timo Werner and Tammy. I think, yeah, it was just not their day. I think Tammy's hold-up play still needs a lot of improvement. And yeah, I think it wasn't a good game for them, especially Werner. I don't know why Werner's touch is so bad, man. Like, I feel like people are like playing on the streets, they have better touch. Like, and it's simple things like basics of football. I mean, every game his touch is awful. I know he's not supposed to come deep and constantly I guess link up, but I think this is just basics of football, and you have to improve that. So I think he needs to work on that. And Tammy, yeah, he just came off in the first half. Mason Mount, in my opinion, man of the match. Sublime game today. I think he was constantly trying to make things happen. He scored a penalty, and again, as always, very good on the press. He was contributing, with the defense on midfielders. And I think, Mason is just one of the key players that we can actually rely game per game. And I hope, this guy keeps getting better. I think it's getting closer to, he's gonna be like one of the best midfielders in the league. And I hope when he improves his numbers, I think a lot more people are gonna recognize him. And I feel like at this age, he's like 21 or 22. Like, give this guy probably 2-3 years, and wow, this guy's gonna do wonders. Trust me. Now to the subs. Hudson-Odoi came in the first half. And yeah, he was just not his best game. I think Tuchel took him out. Maybe it was an injury reason. Maybe it was I guess, attitude reason. Maybe he didn't press well. I don't know the exact reason. I think in the press conference he said he was just not doing like the right things. I guess like the defensive work and stuff. And Ziyech, maybe he was like, what? Let's just bring Ziyech. He can do create some moment of magic. Who knows? But yeah, I think Hudson-Odoi wasn't his best game. Ziyech, on the other hand, he was like a mid-tier performance again. He did not have enough time to show his magic. And Jorginho, he just came in and did the basics and stuff, and that's about it. He wasn't anything special. And yeah, guys, I think this game is a game to learn from. And I think the Atletico game, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think Atletico just lost to Levante, or they're losing to 2-0 to Levante. So I guess that's a good sign, because they're out of form too. I think we have a better form than them. I just hope that at least we get a draw against them, so we can have a big chance of getting the win in Stamford Bridge. And yeah, guys, I think that's about it. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to drop your thoughts about the game, and yeah, see you later for the next video.